On the flight, Seetha is crying, Seetha is telling him, Seetha now is warning him. Seetha is worried, Seetha doesn't want to go with him, Seetha is scared and all that. But she is also at the same time telling him that you are getting yourself in trouble. I'm again warning you, you are not supposed to be really eyeing at another man's wife, another man's lady, and which you have done, which is not a right thing to do, and you are getting yourself in trouble, and my husband will come, will kill you and take me back. You are actually bringing upon that kind of troubles. You're asking for troubles. You are going against a magnanimous person like Rama and asking for troubles not only for you but also for your entire clan. Imagine waging a war with a person like Rama. None of you will be able to even stand for a minute in front of him. You have seen what has happened to Kara and Dushana and your 14,000 of the demons, right? So all of them were finished by my husband in a matter of minutes. In a matter of minutes, the entire war was done, and there was not a scrape on my husband's body. So that is how strong Rama is. That is how well versed Rama is with weaponry or with warfare. So you are going against that kind of a person. I'm warning you. This is not going to be appropriate. Already whatever you have done is wrong, and you're further getting yourself into trouble. Don't do this, it's not good for you. Then, but he doesn't listen, right? Ravana doesn't listen. Ravana is not very happy with any of these things that Seetha is telling him. And they keep flying towards Lanka. And then, you remember this eagle? You remember, anybody remembers that eagle? Yes, Jatayu. Jatayu also tells, when they enter Dandakaranya, Jatayu meets with Rama, Lakshmana, Seetha, and he introduces himself as a friend of who?
Dashratha.
Yeah, friend of Dashratha. Jatayu is friend of Dashratha, and Jatayu says that as long as you are here, I'll help you in whatever way I can. So Seetha spots Jatayu on the top of a tree, and she calls for him. I need your help. This guy is abducting me. And Seetha specifically tells Jatayu to go and tell about these events to Rama and Lakshmana. So the entire time Seetha is worried that there is nobody to inform this to Rama and Lakshmana. How are they going to get to me? Now she knows that she is going to get abducted for sure, but she is worried. She is telling the trees of Dandakaranya, trees, will you convey my message to Rama and Lakshmana? Okay, trees cannot talk. Swans, can you convey this to Rama and Lakshmana? The river Godavari, will you be able to tell Rama and Lakshmana that I am being abducted? She wants someone to help her. At least pass this message. She knows for the fact that none of the creatures in the, none of the animals or trees, it's okay. So trees or animals or any living thing in the Aranya can help her except for Rama and Lakshmana. But this message has to reach them. That is what she has been trying, and that is what is getting her desperate. She's not worried that Ravana will take her and she'll be in capture forever. She's not worried about that. She knows for the fact that the minute Lakshmana and Rama knows, they'll be able to save her. The sooner they know, the faster they can save her. So she finds Jatayu and she also knows that Jatayu will not be able, Jatayu is a very old bird, by the way. And Jatayu is not strong enough to wage a war with Ravana. So see, she specifically tells, don't get into war with him. You go and tell Rama and Lakshmana that this is happening. But Jatayu, and it is, look at her presence of mind, right? She is in deep trouble, but she also knows what are somebody's strengths, somebody's weaknesses, and whom to use for what purpose. So, but Jatayu then goes and talks to Ravana. He tells Ravana that, no, this is not appropriate. Whatever you are doing is horrible, then don't do it. She tries to counsel him, and it goes on for a very half minute or so, that conversation. Ravana is irritated. Ravana tries to attack Jatayu, but Jatayu puts up a fierce fight. Jatayu, what it does is, he breaks the arrows of Ravana. He also damages the mules that are carrying the Vimana. And he irritates Ravana so much, and Ravana finally, with his sword, chops off the wings of the Jatayu. And Jatayu falls off. But Jatayu is not dead. Then Seetha is worried, Seetha is crying, Seetha's face is, even though she is in sorrow, her face is still beaming with radiance. because of the sun that is falling on her, and her eyes are red like bloodshot. And yeah, that is true. That is how Ravana is looking at her. That is the dialogues of Ravana, feelings of Ravana. Look at this lady, how beautiful she is. And constantly she keeps, even in this entire episode, right, she's crying and all that. She's praised, and this guy is praising her. And this guy is saying, whoever you are calling Rama to be very valorous, or to be very strong and all that, he doesn't have any of those 1% of those qualities. It is all in your illusion. It is your mind that is telling you that Rama is strong. But if Rama were to be strong, you would not have been in Dandakaranya. That is what he is telling her. So then she finally, she's worried that how this message will pass, because she doesn't know if Jatayu is alive or not, right? So she starts dropping her ornaments. Because if you remember, at the beginning of Aranya Kanda, before they go to Aranya on Vanvasa, what happened? They were trying to give her Chir Vastra, like Nara Chira. Then Vasishta and Dasharatha, they say that she can carry her ornaments and she can carry her clothes. Do you guys remember that episode?
Yeah.
They don't let her put that Chir Vastra anymore. Then she carries her ornaments and silk saris. She is using that to drop the hints along the way, so that Rama Lakshmana can find them. Because in the midst of Dandakaranya, there will not be any gold jewelry or any woman wearing gold jewelry. If there is gold jewelry, it should belong to Seetha. And moreover, Rama can recognize her jewelry, right? So she's dropping all those hints.
That means she was like wearing them, or
Wearing them, yes, she was wearing them. She every day, like her usual attire is a proper silk sari and all those jewels, all those ornaments. So that is what she is doing at this moment.
One of those ornaments to the Godavari River.
అస్సలు అర్థం కాలే.
గోదావరి రివర్లో పడిపోతే ఎట్లా?
గోదావరి రివర్లోనా? పడిపోతాయి, కొన్నైనా కూడా దొరుకుతాయి కదా. At least few of those pieces will be found, right? She's not putting everything in one spot. She's doing it periodically, so that she's leaving the trace for Rama. She's not putting everything in one place. And eventually what happens is, some of this jewelry will be found by the Vanar Sena of Sugriva. They find this jewelry, and from there Rama finds some hope about finding Seetha. That's what happens. This is Itihasa.
So
That is how it
did
happened.
Ravana come in sage form when there is no Lakshmana? He could have come like Ravana, anyways Lakshmana and Ravana.
See, he doesn't want to abduct Seetha. He doesn't want to forcefully do anything to Seetha, because there is a reason to it. If he comes in the form of demon, there is no conversation between Seetha and Ravana.
Why?
Listen, let me finish. There is no conversation between Seetha and Ravana. He wants to impress Seetha and make her accept him. He wants her with not forcefully get Seetha. He doesn't want to molest Seetha. His
Why
intention.
sage form? Like
He has to approach, right? If he's coming in a demon form, she'll run away or something like that. She can do. So the rule is that if you're a Brahmin coming for alms, you should not be rejected. That is a basic rule at that point of time. Brahmin, if he is truly a Brahmin, she's thinking that he's not a Brahmin because of all the logical thoughts that she's having in her mind. But she's also doubtful that if he's really a Brahmin, it will be wrong on my part not to offer him food or anything. So she's allowing him inside. She's talking to him. She's indulging in that conversation.
And they also say that in some of the books, like Ravana did not touch her.
No. He touched her. He grabbed her. He held her with his arms. He put her on his shoulder and he walked.
They say that
Who said that? Untouchable. No. Nothing like that. She is human form, right? Right now, Rama and Seetha are in human forms. She is not in Lakshmi form. If she was in Lakshmi form, he would not have been able to. But they are human beings, right? That is the movie. That is the cinematic version. None of that is true. Valmiki Ramayana doesn't speak of anything like that. The reason why he was able to touch Sita is only because Lakshmi Devi is in the form of a human being now. She is not Lakshmi Devi. And if, for example, if it happened in such a way that, oh, Sita Devi is untouchable, she's a deity, that is why she's not untouchable, immediately Ravana also understands that Rama is none other than Vishnu. And then God, and the boon is that demons, gods, Gandharvas, nobody will be able to kill him. He doesn't ask for a boon that prevents humans from killing him, because he thinks that human beings anyways cannot kill him. That is what he thinks. So the minute any of these things are revealed to him, that Sita is none other than Lakshmi or anything like that, the chance of Rama killing Ravana is gone. There is no chance for Rama to kill Ravana.
Yeah, but they
That
also
is why.
say that when she gets abducted in Lanka, he wouldn't touch her because of that.
Touch meaning, don't take it in the literal sense. He doesn't force himself upon her, is what they mean by touch. Touch is not just mere touch. I'm not suggesting that he purposelessly touched her. That's not what I'm trying to say. But when they say that she's not touched, he's not forcing himself upon her.
That's the reason he waited so long.
The reason why he waited so long is not because he was a nice person, not because he was a social reformer. Neither was he waiting for the consensus. For that matter, in future episodes, when we talk about Lanka and the status of Lanka, how people are in Lanka, you will see how many other women he abducted actually. The reason he is not touching Sita or asking for her consent is because in the past there is a lady called Punjikasthala. Her name is Punjikasthala. Punjikasthala was really tortured by Ravana, and he goes and complains to Brahma. He tells Brahma that you have given this guy so many boons and he is torturing so many women like us. Why? What is this? Why should we put up with this guy? Then Brahma says, in future, if you are touching any female or if you are forcing any woman to be your wife and they don't like it, against their wish and will, then your head will burst into like 1,000 pieces or something. He has that curse on him. That is why he is asking Sita to... He's asking for Sita's consent. He's trying to change Sita's mind. He's asking her to change her mind. Your husband is useless, you come with me. That is the reason he's trying to woo Sita and all those things. Otherwise, if Punjikasthala episode was not there is no reason for Ravana to wait for a consent. He's not that kind of a nice guy to understand or to take no for a no, to understand what is consent and all that, right? He's not that kind of a nice person. He's a demon, and he's demon in every quality of him. Yes.
Oh, there was this book that said he gave Sita 1 year to decide. If she doesn't decide, then she'll be killed or something.
He says that once you will know more about this in when we talk about the conversation between Sita and Ravana in Ashok Vatika. Yes.
In the book, it also says that Ravana like Rakshasi's guard her or something. Yeah.
Yes. So eventually what happens is Sita is taken to Lanka and she is put in a place called Ashok Vatika or Ashokavan. Ashoka is the name of the tree basically. That garden is full of Ashoka trees, that is why it is called Ashok Vatika, and that is guarded by Rakshasis. That's what happens. And for your question, what did you ask?
1 year time.
1 year time frame. He tells her that you have 1 year time frame or 11 months time frame, whatever that is. And if you don't give your consent, I am going to eat you in my breakfast.
Yeah, he's Rakshasa.
He's Rakshas. You either give your consent or I'm going to kill you.
That's not cannibal. He's Rakshasa.
Yes, because he's Rakshas. He's Rakshas in every quality. He has every quality of Rakshas. Yes.
Isn't that kind of forcing a woman to?
It is forcing a woman.
So why doesn't his head like burn?
Is he forcing the woman to love? He's not forcing the woman to
No.
love.
Forcing. See, I'm sorry I laughed because I couldn't find a very logical. I mean, you're too young, right? Some of the things I cannot tell you in the way that they are written. But forcing her, in the context is forcing her meaning forcing Sita to be his wife. He cannot force Sita to be his wife. If he does that, his head will burst. But he can kill her. He can eat her. He can abduct her. He can do all those kind of things. Only thing he cannot do is force her to be his wife. If he does that, gone, he'll be dead. Okay? I mean, sorry guys, we cannot laugh today because Seetha Mata is abducted and Seetha Mata is in deep trouble and she needs to be rescued. And we all should pray for Seetha Mata, right?
What does pray mean?